Hi, it's Tino, and I just make this 3D turtle, and of course now everybody want to learn how to make a 3D turtles. So here I am, and I'm gonna make sure that by the very end of it, you know how to make a 3D turtle too. So let's get the lesson started. Anybody that think that sea turtle are not sexy are obviously not from the beach. Main purpose of this lesson is to show you how to make the sea turtle, but I'm more excited about this background right here because this I use a special effect gel. It's called Sea Foam Bubble Ink. But let's start out with the sea turtle first. So one of my most familiar cat eye will be teal magnetic cat eye, but as you know, I am changing it into a banner. I call this color a banner so people can spot out the color easier. And I decide that I changing my name to Caribbean Sea. I still have teal on the website, but when it's sold out, if you see this Caribbean Sea and if it look like this, know that it is a teal cat eye. It just revamped, so it look way better, isn't it? Anyways, let's go ahead and apply one coat on. This cat eye are very pigmented. You can add black on first if you want, or whatever color you like. Usually people choose black. But with this kind of cat eye, you can skip the foundation if you want. It's very opaque, even on a see-through nails like this one. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and use my magnet. This is my new magnet. It's very strong. So, on one side, you go up and down like this. See how strong it is? Isn't that awesome? And of course, the cat eye play a very important role too. Okay. Okay, go ahead and cue for 60 seconds. And if you wonder how to use a magnet of any sort, then you probably want to check out lesson episode 59, how to use cat eye. A lot of people love that videos. Right, let's take our white Play-Dohs. Okay, I am gonna scoop little amount out. Let's eye enough for the turtles. Okay, I think this is way enough for the turtle. Go ahead and close this. Now, when you see this turtle, don't be panicked because you're looking at the whole things, okay? Let me make you feel better. I am gonna go ahead and draw out, it's like a shield. It's like, almost like a football, except for it's kind of rounded up here and pointy down here. Okay, that's just one bead, right? You have no problem molding this. And then the head, it's just literally another bead. And then the legs, it's just another bead. And then the fin, it's a little complicated, but it's really just two more long beads. And then you just draw on top. There's more to it, but I am gonna start out right there, just the shape, just for you to understand it. And then we go deeper into the detail of the shelf. I am taking out enough bead for the head. And this gonna be the back legs. Okay. Make sure it's not too much. Okay, and then for the fin, I am going to keep it this much on each side. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That is teal or Caribbean Sea. Whenever you see Caribbean Sea, that is a teal. But we still have teal magnetic cat eye on land. Okay, now I am going to take out one bead and put it right here for the head. And then two little one. I'm just imagining the shell is gonna be right here. Okay, two little fin. Okay, it's not very hard. Look at that, easy so far. Let's go ahead and mold this out first. You need silicone tool and then you need an oval brush. And I'm using brush conditioning cleanser. You can use alcohol if you want to smooth it out. but I find that the cleanser is way better. Okay, I am gonna push it out. Push, 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 push right here too. Lightly at first. Okay, now I'm gonna start molding it into like a paddle shape. Okay, it's like a football, so you can understand it easier. Okay, don't be too meticulous. I'm saying it, I am keep finessing it. What I'm doing is I'm making it level, because it's not very level. Okay. Okay, that's good so far. And the head, let's make it a little more pointy right on top here. Okay. And if you have like little hair, like, I don't know if you can see it, but see the little hair right here, you can take the Play-Doh knife and you can go ahead and scrape it out. Ooh, look at that. It's kind of satisfying. Okay. And then you can just lightly press it again. Or, I mean, lightly tap it. Because pressing it is sound a little rough. You don't want to be rough with this at all. Okay, so I am going to start smoothing it using my oval brush and brush conditioning cleanser. The reason why I like this, because alcohol evaporates. So you have to keep retaking it. Well, this one is nice and smooth. You don't need a big amount. That's why I love it. See? Smooth immediately. Now, you can either cure this or you can keep working. I vote for curing this. Just because I know this step is done. And the fin, when you work, you might bump into this. And you don't want to disturb this. So let's go ahead and cure for about like 5 seconds. And I think I'm actually going to take a little more for the fin. Just because it's kind of long. Okay, I am going to roll it out into almost like a baseball bat. So you need to tilt your hand on one side and then you roll. Okay. And then the other side, tilt it lightly. It don't have to be pointy, but you want it to be a little taper. So this is what you got. Oh, by the way, I keep forgetting every time I rolling it on to the form, and in a little bit, see how it's stuck right here? It's because of residue is coming off from the form. So when you roll, make sure you roll on the index paper. That will be better. And then you can just rest your Play-Doh on the form so it doesn't stick. But don't roll on the form. Okay, I'm having this out. It's time for me to take this, put it like that. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and bend the flapper like that. I know, it look kind of funny right now, but just you wait. Tap it lightly. Okay. Now, remember our silicone tool? Go ahead and press. See, now it seems easy, right? That's step for everything. See that? Go ahead and make this just a little more tapers. Okay. Just press, press, press. Not too hard. Okay. And make these a little tapers. Make this a little more taper. This up here, you don't have to press a lot. But down here, remember the flapper is kind of thin. So you want to honor that. You don't want it to be thick. See, thin right at the flapper. And of course, you can always use a Play-Doh knife to cut and make this. Press this side down. So it's give the illusion that the flapper is overlapping this. Okay. I'll zoom in on the other leg so you know. Okay, zoom in. So you can use the Play-Doh knife to cut it like this. And then just this one right here, you tilt it and you press it. So it's kind of flush against the nails. And then that is when I lightly press the flapper so it looks like it's overlapping it. That makes sense? Now, remember, you don't finesse it too hard because now you smoothen it separately. See? You smoothen it. This is not the time to press anymore. This is time for you to smooth it and make it all nice. See that? Sometimes people confuse between pressing and smoothing. They try to do it all at the same time. It's gonna take you forever. See, smoothing is easy now after you have all the shape out. Because sometimes people are taking this and they try to like smoothen the Play-Doh with it. It's gonna take you forever. Same thing with the brush. If you take the brush and you try to mold it, it's gonna take forever. So mold it first and then smooth it. Now cure this. And I think we need more Play-Dohs. I'm using a lot of white Play-Dohs. Okay, is it gonna be the shelf? So I'm thinking, take a little bit first. Start out with just a little. Something about 3D that you need to know is if you work part by part and not try to do it all at once, it's very easy. I promise, it's very, very easy. Okay, see this? Now, I'm not gonna make the shell immediately because remember, this is have texture. See, it's not flat. It's have this and this and this. Everything is in the way. You don't want to shove in the shell and it's not gonna be even. It's gonna be lumpy. So I'm taking one bead first and I sort of just press out the body first, but this is not the shell. It's like the underneath of the shell. I could have started out much nicer. Okay. Up to the neck and right here. Push it out and then add some more in. It look kind of funny right now. It look kind of like if the turtle are naked, doesn't have a shelf. Nobody teach me these steps. It's common sense, you guys. And one day you'll be able to do this too. You'll be able to, I mean, of course you're going to be able to do the turtle now, but one day you'll be able to look at an animal and you can just dissect it. If you get enough experience as a 3D artist. See, see that is kind of lumpy. That's why I'm doing the underneath first, just to make sure everything is even out. And then I can go on top the turtle. See, smoothing it out. See that? Easy breezy. Look at that. Cure this. Only need to cure this for about 5 seconds. Now this is going to be the shell. So we're gonna slow down. We're gonna do a circle and then we're just going to tilt on each side lightly. So it's gonna slowly become like a football. See that? Like a football or a loaf of bread. Okay. And we're gonna take that and put it on top of here. First, I'm gonna use my thumb. The reason is my thumb is really big and soft and gentle. I'm gonna use that first. It's way better than any tool out there. Okay, I'm just lightly tap it because if you press it all at once, it's just gonna smoosh out. You're gonna lose control. Lightly tap it, you're gonna be able to maintain control. Okay, tilt my finger all around. So it's start to smoothen it on the edge. Okay. Now I'm gonna use a tool to help me. This I am going to, let me zoom in, tuck it in like this. So it's give illusion that it's cover the neck. Same with the arm. Kind of tuck it in. Create like an edge for it. Okay. Same with the flapper. And I'm gonna go all the way down, making it like a tails. See, this is like a tails. Okay. Okay. Now, you can smooth it. It's already looked really smooth to me already. But just for the sake of it, let's smooth it again. Do you see how easy it is? Look at this. We are going to paint this. It's over. 3D is over. Easy breezy. Now, brown. I'm gonna have that for the color of the turtle. But first, let's see if we need to start out with black first. Actually, I'm gonna start out with brown first and then the black, because you see how beside the black right here is, it will teach you how to read pattern too, because if I do the black first and then draw the brown on, it's not gonna be, the black not gonna be beside like this, but the black is so beside, meaning it's on top. Does that make sense? The meaning I'm go crazy with the brown and then I save the black for last. That's why it looks so precise. See, if I do the black first, then it's gonna look crazy when I put the brown on. So that is how I read pattern. Now I'm gonna take out the brown, but this brown on the turtle is a little warm. So I'm taking a little yellow and I'm mixing it. So it's kind of like a chestnut. Like that. Okay, a little modification. Okay, so when it comes to drawing the turtle, don't panic. Tino is here, don't panic. Straight, 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 straight. An arrow, an arrow, an arrow. Same on the other side. Connect on the point of the arrow. Straight, straight, straight. Literally the same pattern as a honeycomb. Okay. Arrow, 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 arrow. Easy breezy. See that? So you're going to do the same on the turtle. Straight, straight. Now the trick is to be even all the way down. Straight, straight. Even though we're not straight, it needs to be straight all the way. Okay? Same here, all the way. Then when you're done, you can connect, 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 just like that. And I know that the turtle have the frame. If you can skip that, if you want to skip that frame, go right ahead. But that frame gonna make things just slightly more complicated. But that's fine. It's pretty like that. I'm using the 7mm details brush. Now, when you take it out, and technically, brush conditioning cleanser should be all evaporate and soak into the gel. But if there's still some left and you're gonna paint on it, then you can just remove the excess with acetone. Okay, but it's gel friendly. Don't worry, it's not gonna like make your gel chip or anything like that. This formula is amazing for the gel. It doesn't harm the gel, but it cannot be clear. So when you draw on top of it, it might be messy. You just want a nice clean surface to draw on. And I am taking this new mixture that I just made. And let's go ahead and draw around the turtle first. Okay, just like that. Remember, you're gonna have black on top of this, so This doesn't have to be like the best of the best. Do your best. I can't believe I just say that. You don't have to be the best of the best, but do your best. Okay, just like that. Just straight down all the way. Okay, an arrow, but I'm gonna do this. This is another thing that I do that maybe you can pick up is when I draw something like an arrow like this, where I repeated the pattern multiple times, I tend to just do one angle first like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I do the opposite way. 1, 2. And the reason why I do this because my angle doesn't change. See, if I do an arrow and then I change my angle, I do the other one, and then down here I do the same, I'm gonna be doing this. And I don't want to be doing this, so I'd rather do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's much nicer. It's systematic. Cross, 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 just like that. Cross, cross, cross. Now, I'm gonna draw some crazy pattern up here like this, just because that's how I read it in the turtle pattern. It's kind of crazy looking. Okay, so you want to do that. That's why I don't paint the black first. It will be a disaster if we paint the black first. And I have so many designs that sometimes I forget what my step. But it's important to know how to read the patterns. See, easy so far? And you can just slowly see it start turning into a turtle. First the shape, then now it's like an illusion of the shell. You just painted it on. Okay, and then I am going to draw a little line on the sides like this for the shelf. It don't have to be like exactly like what you see in reality. Just remember the turtle already have a shape, and now you use gel paint to mask the shell, and it's going to look like a turtle, I promise. So you don't have to be too like crazy in details. Okay, kill this just for a few seconds, and then let's go ahead and switch to emboss brush, just because the tips are not too pointy, that I can go ahead and make a little dot like this for the head and the fin and all the flappers. Let me go ahead and wash it just a little bit. It's a little stiff. See, when it's stiff, it's not drawn well, so you don't want it to be stiff. It has some gel that I forgot on the brush. Okay, good. Okay. Kind of like little scales almost. I'm not a turtle expert, so I don't know what this is, how to call this. Kind of like little lump on top of the turtle. It's beautiful. Okay, so flapper, same things. Kind of intertwine each other's. Just like that. See, it's not really in a row or in a pattern. Just make sure you leave thin little white line in between, and then now it slowly scatter out like that. See, slowly turn into a turtle. So, are you excited? Very easy. But of course, when you look at the whole thing, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I would never be able to do this. You have to dive in. Don't think too much. Just dive right in. Oh, just a little dot. Make it so beautiful. Okay, start out at the tips. Obviously, I do my homework of watching turtle pattern, zooming in just to study it first. You don't have to study it. You got Tino. Tino already examined it. All you have to do is just follow the step. Hear this. So imagine whatever you do, imagine this is a spot, okay? So you do another spot and then you do another spot. They don't have to be in order, but just remember the groove in between are thin, okay? You don't want a line like this. So try your best to go in between and such. And then when you need to thin it out, and at that point, the groove in between can be big. But that is how you draw that. And I am going to shade it. This is burn gel. This is amber gel. Go ahead and put it out. This is shading gel. Or I call it sheer gel. Okay, let's use burn gel first. So I am going to zoom in for this part. Start in the bottom right here. Okay, I'm going to do one spot first for you to understand. Start from the bottom, and then you're going to take the ombre brush. Make sure that it's clean and it's even like this. Okay, so that spot that you just made, you're going to blend it out like that, and then you cure that, and you're going to repeat. Wiser to have a flash cure ready. Okay. So, how I do it, I'm not doing it one by one like that. See, I'm doing a whole row of that. That's why I show you one first, so you have an idea of what I'm doing. So you don't freak out. So you're going to be like, oh, Tino, what did you just do? It's like magic. See? Hear this? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, continue. On this side, see, that is how you work. Is you understand it? You should work step by step. And trust your step. Blend it out. Blend it out. Here, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then, doing the same thing to all the flippers and flapper down here. Color it in. Isn't that empowering, knowing that as long as you follow the step, it's gonna turn out just the way you want it. Okay, blend it out, just like that. Blend that out, blend this out. And don't get too caught up on the idea that, oh my God, Tino is teaching a 3D turtle. It's gonna be so difficult. Don't feel discouraged. Just get the thought of learning the 3D turtle out of your head. Because that's more than that. You learning how to scoop something 3D. It don't have to be a turtle. I'm just showing you that this is how you approach it. See, here. And a little bit extra, I am gonna go just around the shell. Just a little bit, don't make it drips. It can drips if you're not careful. If you have too much gel. There, here. Let's have a little bit of sheer black. These are all shading gels. Okay, so it's going to be, let's zoom in. It's going to be right here underneath the brown. You don't have to blend it even. You can just draw a little bit like this. And you want it to be all over. This will just help the depth even more. Again, you don't have to do this if you're making a 3D turtle in your client. But this is a very necessary thing to learn how to do it. Not to replicate on your client, but to build you as a nail artist. You're going to be so enriched after you... I am here. Sorry, it's my massage chair. I don't know why it's voluntary speaking up sometimes it speak up like that. But anyway, so what were I talking about? I forgot. About doing the 3D. It's just going to help you build as a nail artist in general. You're gonna be stronger after you accomplish this turtle. So next time when you do like a seashell or a starfish like this, you're not panic. Hear this. Once you already done a 3D turtle, why would you panic over a starfish? You know what I mean? These amber gels, just a light coat, so it's not like white, because that's not what a turtle is. Okay. Done here. And this is not in the design, but you can take a little bit of stained glass gel number 10. Number 10 stained glass gel, which is like a hint of green, like an emerald green. And you can just add a little bit. See? Ooh, just a little bit. If you live by the ocean and you see turtle, you know they have a little greenish in them. See? And then go ahead and cure this. Or you can add a little bit to the little flapper too. It's just more beautiful, in my opinion. Really, you can blend any color you consider the turtle to be, right? And cure this. Take our black art gels. Now we're drawing the blacks. Okay, black art gels. Now, you want to be careful, okay? See how I go crazy on this detail? It's because it's not worth me to be careful. But now, I am going to be careful because this is the final details. One line. It's just gonna wake everything up. I'm so excited. I don't know why it took me so long to decide to do a turtle set. Maybe I'm intimidated. I don't know. But I finally did a turtle set and I'm absolutely in love with this. And I am so glad I can like teach you how to do this. You know, something 3D like this, people might be able to do it, but to teach, ooh, it's difficult to teach. No joke, you guys. It's easy for talented people to do a design. It's easy breezy, really. Pretty much anyone in my circle can do something 3D. It's just that I am glad I'm able to take that and give it to you. That's the real gift right there, to be able to teach. Comfortably. I don't have to stretch or anything. I never really stress out just because of my product, really. It gives me such confidence because I know which one doing what. I created my product, so I know all the formulas, all the function. You have to study my product a little bit to be able to get a hold of to be able to be confident. But after you learn what the product do, I'm just diving right into it. Look at that. And of course, I'm gonna have some white highlight in there. If you want, go ahead and cure this. Now is white art gels. At this point, I'm just being extra. Because you already have your turtle. Look how cute she is. Okay. Let me zoom really close because I feel like this is going to be hard for you to see. I am just literally go next to the black. That is like a highlight. You don't have to do this. You can skip this. I just do it because it's in the design. If I skip it, then people will be like, Tino, You cheated. You skip our step. You'd be like, where that white come from, Tino? Well, it's just extra. Why don't you just go ahead and add it in? But you didn't show on the video. So here we go. I'm showing it. Tedious white line. Just because I'm in the mood that day. Okay. Okay, let's card it. Let's show you how to do this, because I'm excited about this. See the ocean wave? That's an easy technique, fast too. Go ahead and cure this. And I'll show you how to top coat the other one later, but I need to go ahead and start out on this now, just because I'll tell you later when we get to that step, but I just know I need to start on it now. Let's go ahead and take our honey cat eye first. This is honey cat eye right here. But again, I'm revamping this, so you might get this. Just because I feel like when people look at this banner, they can grab the bottle so much easier, faster. I revamping it for your time efficient. It's just gonna help you. I'm not changing the formula of the color or the shade of the color. I really love all these colors. Go ahead and blend it in like this. Now, using the magnet. Ooh, so strong. I paid a lot of money for my cat eye, you guys. Look at this. Hear this? Now it's time to use the teals or Caribbean Sea. Again, just if you buy and you got teal, just because we have to let the teal sold out before we put this new label on. But it's the same colors. Ooh, so pretty. Just like that, right on. I love cat eyes. I take a lot of money for my cat eye. What I mean by it is some company, if they want to make a lot of money off you, then they pay less money for the cat eye. And that's why sometimes you get a cat eye, it just doesn't work like when you see on video where it's like fabulous and strong. It doesn't work like that just because there's not a lot of money being spent. Cause it's what matter is a particle in it, the magnetic particle in it. If there's a lot of particle, it's gonna be very reactive to your magnet. Cure this. Actually, like magnetize before we cure this. If you have one of my gel and if it seems like the cat eye is low, it's probably one of the glittery one. Because when it comes to glitter cat eye, then it's diluted with glitters. So it's heavy. So the flow is heavy. You have to move slower. Okay. There you go. Cure this. Remember to watch episode 59 on how to use cat eye. If not, you just see my hand moving around. But no, there's a method to it. Now, I am going to use bubble foam. See, this is bubble ink. I'm going to use sea foam. Okay. And I am taking out a base coat. You can use your base coat if you want, but it reacts to base coats. So I'm putting on a thin layer of super base. And when I put this ink on, it's gonna spread. Gonna take about a minute for 2 minutes for it to spread. You're gonna see the way it spread. And if your base coat are thinner, it might spread faster. But I love super base. Okay. So now, seafoam is a white colors. It's seldom most. People love white. Because they use it for ocean and all that. You shake it up. Shake it up really well. So everything can mix together. Then, don't put out a lot. Okay? Zoom in. Don't put out a lot. That's it. Just like that. Sometimes people put a lot out because they think, oh, it's not white enough. It will be very white when it starts spreading, and it'll be very white. Okay, now you just wait for it. So why would see that? It's already stopped bubbling. So that's just gonna keep escalate. So we're gonna put it right here. That's why I'm working on it first. And now, if you want, you can add more. Probably down here, just a little bit more down here. Okay. Now, let's show you how to top coat this while we're waiting on that. This, I'm gonna use shine the top coat. Okay, and we can go ahead and do around the turtle first. The edges are what you need to worry about first. That. You don't want too much on the edges. Okay? Then you are going to make sure the edge is not flooded. If that's flooded, you whip it out and you just put it on top of the turtle. So everything is nice and thin. Now, turtles, let's do the flipper first. Part by part. The head. And last but not least, the shell. There, hear this? Okay, let's see where this going. See that? And it's just gonna be more and more and more. You just have to, if you satisfied with it, then you can kill it now. If not, you can just let it go. It will just keep spreading and spreading and spreading. And then after that done, I'm gonna top coat that. Okay, I'm gonna use my sugar gel right after I top coat it. Okay. Let me see how this going. Okay, I think this part is good enough. And this part, it seems to spread slower. And I tell you why, it's because I don't put a lot of super base on it. So if it's a little more voluminous, then it will spread more. You can absolutely use your base coat for that. So you want to kill this for 60 seconds. Here's your turtle. Beautiful. Okay. Zoom it out. And I'm going to take shine it, apply all over it. And my sugar gels, whenever it's sold out, I am going to have bigger bottles. So it might change its look later on. Right now, that's what it look like. But later, I may have bigger bottle, maybe even a different shape bottle. Hear this? Right now, it's look like this. But this is like my first product, like one of my first product. So it's a long time ago, and I haven't had chance to like revamp its look. So it look like this, but it needs to be revamped. I do like this gel a lot. You just take this out, and I'm using an emboss brush. You just take that, and you just apply it. The way you apply is different. You're not drawing it. You're just tapping it, basically. Like that. Ooh, it's a lot. Don't be too greedy. Just like that. Okay, now I'm taking like an oval brush and sort of just tapping it without any gel. So you kind of like blending it in a way. And it's kind of blend in with the bubble form, and it just make it like realistic wave. There you go. That's how you did it. Go ahead and kill this for 60 seconds. I hope you guys enjoy this 3D turtle, you guys. And don't forget to practice. And don't forget to shop at my shop, tinovo.shop. And remember to tell your friend about my YouTube channel. Spread the knowledge. And until next time, bye.